Hi, Paul.
I ain't doing this one.
Why not? What's going on? What match
We
is
can have
next?
all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction.
That's a spoiler.
That's a spoiler.
Let's acknowledge our tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight? Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand. Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now.
Still love the free camera, Roman.
Chief. In recent weeks,
Roman,
Seth Rollins touched
time.
on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the tribal chief, the man who was blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Get some good hits, some good shots.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
No, that's a shot right there. That's a picture. Here comes Shield, Seth Rollins. Playing mind games with Roman Reigns. I remember that time.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield. You can't help but have
you can't play with the camera in the crowd.
Think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield. The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
All right. This is for the WWE Universal Championship. Let's get it.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother in arms, Seth Rollins.
No mercy for Seth.
Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night. Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns just caught for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline. Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Oh, and fights back. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Let's go. Going back to the corner.
And he tosses him back in now.
Bam!
Seth is being overwhelmed.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman. And I think that just opened him up. Yep, certainly did. Goodness, look at the blood flowing.
Boot right to the throat. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside. It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Roman's on a roll here.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here. Being set up in the corner for something. No escape from these punches.
He's able to counter that.
And Rollins finally able to keep that string of offense in check. That's possibly the trigger for Seth to battle his way back into this.
Couldn't reverse that. That was a late reversal.
He is trying to get up, but it is not going well. Rollins lining up. Springboard, but nobody home. Back suplex, no. Driven down.
There's that third strike.
Non-stop blows.
And another stiff shot to the head here.
You want to wear your shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning.
What was that?
Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Got them off their feet here. Oklahoma slam. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield. That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Well, we're out here. Irish
and a big boot. Seth losing any command of this match.
Reigns is making an opportunity for himself.
stairs. That'll stop anybody.
Not a good spot to be in.
We can see a count out here.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns in there.
Down on the windpipe. Reigns is wasting no motion.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense.
Roman Reigns tired.
Roman with his opponent across his own shoulder.
Switches into a flapjack.
All right,
Ripped
get in here.
across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship.
Hey.
Month after month, he's dominated
There's one.
every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in
Superman
a
punch
match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist of the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Superman
Every
punches
little
in the
move
ring.
Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge.
Back in.
This outfit, the Shield's entrance music.
Okay.
I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
And a well-executed move we just saw there. Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
Any of Rollins' defenses have been penned.
Dropping the elbow.
And he's got cartoon birds swirling over his head right now for sure.
All these attacks to the head. He's going to end up with a lot more than a splitting headache if this match goes on for much longer.
Isolating their opponent's arm and goodness gracious.
All right, get up.
He's got him square in his sights here.
There it is.
Unleashes the Superman punch.
All right, there's a timer here. Time. Take the action back outside the ring and try to rip Rollins in half with your spear within 45 seconds while running at standing opponent for finisher. Okay,
Absolutely laid Rollins out, and now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Caught him.
Oh, shit.
No way.
Turning the double arm underhook.
Alabama slam. Wow.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
There it is. That was a spear.
Might have just ended things right there. I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
All right, get up.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Fair!
There's another spear.
Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear.
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys,
give him
look
that
at what
fist.
Rollins is doing.
I ought to smack the smirk off his face. Don't fall for it, Roman.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the tribal chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's your answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins
Is he gonna tap out?
looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here?
Inches away from the ropes.
Is Rollins
think he's
gonna
unconscious.
tap there? What's Rollins gonna do? Is he gonna tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match.
All right, what's next? Am I gonna hit him with the spear?
Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine.
is
Reigns has identified the target.
Stiff spear by Reigns.
That's got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
We're doing it one more time.
Stumbling to his feet. He might just be rising to meet his end here.
Reigns hits it.
That is how it
Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
bombs being thrown between. Oh, Superman punch!
Reigns not done yet.
And a thunderous spear.
Wow.
And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
That was good.
Reigns
That
retains
was a
the
good
title.
finisher.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks
There we go.
like
We've unlocked
huge
everything.
weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the tribal chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now
All right, we're gonna go back to the showcase here. We're gonna put an end to this video. So, what's this? Did I finish that already? To make it this far takes skill, commitment, and heart. You earned the big win and showcase classic matches on an incredible statement to who you are. But there is still history for you to create and challenges to be met. Will you prove to be the one? What does this mean? Okay, maybe just a little message here. So in the next video, we are going to continue on the showcase. It looks like the next one will be Civil War games at Survivor Series. So until next time, I appreciate everyone who made it past this video. If you've liked it, give it a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, you guys have a good night.